Ini ndinoitwa Edson Ziwa akaziduwa-duwa. Ndinoratidzwa mambo. Ndinoona dai wakatanga neni. Ndinochiburitsa chiri muhomwe.
Makandiwa challenged any prophet to guess the 6 items in his pocket with $1 million reward if they were able to do so correctly. I mean, you're telling me an entire nation of 14 million people couldn't find one person who could guess those 6 things that were in his pocket? I've always been a fierce critic and cynic of the prophetic culture in Zimbabwe. Always thought most of these prophets are shams who just trying to get rich quick of dumb people. And this miracle challenge was that one thing that could have made me turn over a new leaf into a believer. So I was looking forward to it, but it sure didn't help. It's really hard to think all these high-profile prophets like Madungwe, Freddy, Magaya, Java, all of those guys just couldn't attend. Why not? I asked myself. This was supposed to be easy money. They were not being asked to guess nuclear codes of the United States of America or the day of Armageddon, you know. This was supposed to be easy money, like I said before in that last video. I do at least give credit to those who were actually courageous enough to show up.
Back to sender, Matsbabalenmo, vanoonekwa zvose kana vaenda pamweya.
Tinotenda.
Most of these thieves didn't even show up anyway because they rather performed their so-called miracles in the privacy of their own congregation or privacy of their own homes where no one can confirm and there are no witnesses. That's the gripe I have always had with these miracles and black magic and prophecies. It's always behind closed doors. Why is that? I tell you why. It's because these prophets thrive on ambiguity and comfort predictions. It's called cold reading. It's much safer to just tell a congregate that they will be rich one day and become a millionaire or a billionaire like Elon Musk instead of actually giving them the date or the foolproof business idea to do so. This was supposed to be the UEFA Champions League, the champions of prophets. The big stage, you know, where the big players were supposed to show up. Instead, it was filled with a bunch of unknowns. No offense. If I was a serious self-respecting prophet, I would have attended just to make a name for myself. This is how you make a name for yourself as a serious prophet, you know. And as a serious prophet, this was more about the reputation than the money for me, because if any prophet guessed correctly, even just 2 items in Makandiwa's pocket, they would have been all over the news and their lives would have changed just like that. So no prophet should tell me this wasn't important because it was $1 million. $1 million is a lot of money. I still believe that. And like I said, it wasn't only about the money itself. It was about the reputation, what you stood to prove in front of people. If you really believed in your prophetic powers and were confident in your abilities, why wouldn't you want to participate in such a high-profile event? This was all over social media this entire week. You are not going to be Usain Bolt if you don't get to run at the Olympics. On the flip side, imagine if a genuine prophet came and turned the challenge on Makandiwa himself. Oh man, that would have been quite a scene. If a genuine prophet had come to the event and demonstrated their abilities, it could have completely turned the tables on Makandiwa and his challenge. Suddenly, he would be under scrutiny and pressure to explain himself. It would have been fascinating to see how he would have responded in that situation. Would he have admitted defeat or paid the 1 million reward, or would he have tried to find some excuse or loophole to avoid it? Imagine if he said, "Now, Makandiwa, tell me what is in my pockets." Ha! That could have been a brilliant move on the prophet's part. It would have put Makandiwa on the defensive and turned the tables on his challenge. Suddenly, he would have been the one in the hot seat trying to prove his own prophetic abilities. And who knows how it would have played out. Maybe Makandiwa would have been able to guess correctly, or maybe would have been stumped. Either way, it would have been an exciting and dramatic moment, and it would have added a whole new layer of intrigue to the event. That's why there may be a chance that these prophets may have been actors hired by Makandiwa as well, as some people are speculating on social media. It's certainly possible that Makandiwa could have hired some actors to pretend to be prophets and fail with the challenge just to make himself look good and bolster his own reputation. It's just a theory. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's just a theory. Those are theories that are floating around social media. After all, if none of the prophets are able to demonstrate their abilities, it makes Makandiwa look like the only one who truly has prophetic powers. Of course, that's all speculation. We don't know for sure if that's what actually happened, but it's an interesting idea to consider, and it highlights the potential of manipulation and deception in this kind of public challenges. Now, as a prophetic cynic, it's business as usual for me. Nothing isn't going to change, nothing has changed, and nothing is going to change. These people are just a bunch of crooks until they prove me otherwise.